Today is the day before my fleur-de-lis tummy tuck surgery. And of course, I'm excited, but I'm also a little bit nervous. And I've been kind of thinking all kinds of, thoughts. One of which is, boy, from this angle, I look like I'm like crazy tall. Yeah, I look like I'm crazy tall. I'm not. I'm only 5'6". But one of the thoughts that I truly had was that it's going to be such a mind shift in not thinking that I'm fat. For anybody who doesn't know, I've lost basically 100, 105 pounds, kind of depending on the day, between diet and exercise. I have become a marathon runner. I lift heavy weights and do all of the things. But I had 2 pregnancies and lost all of that weight. And I have a lot of loose skin. Now I'm having what's called a fleur-de-lis type of tummy tuck. And that is, they're gonna cut me basically from the breastbone down, and then gonna cut me sort of this way and go sort of beyond the hip to hip. And they're gonna pull me from left to right and then pull everything down. And in the end, for me, it looks like I'm not gonna have a belly button. That's a whole story in and of itself. But I do have like umbilical hernia, and my doctor thinks that the safest, the best thing for me to do is to not have a new belly button created for me, and that way I have more support and structure for if anything ever kind of happens again. I'm just less likely to develop another hernia if I have a kind of a solid wall instead of having a new belly button sort of sculpted for me anyhow. But as I said, I've been working out really, really hard over the last few years, gone from zero fitness to being able to run 26.2 mile marathons and being able to lift really heavy weights. But when I'm at the gym and I look at myself from the side, I always think I'm still fat. I'm still fat. I'm still fat. I'm still fat. And the reality is that I am fairly lean. It's just I have all this excess tissue that's here, tissue that is holding some fat in it. And once all of this is, like pulled in and removed, I'm gonna be, my torso is gonna match the rest of me. And I've always had this thing over the last couple of years, in that when I catch myself in the mirror, either from, like this direction or from this direction, and it makes me work out harder. And so many times over the last few years, I've literally pushed myself into overtraining. I'm shocked that I've never actually injured myself from exercising too hard, from pushing myself too hard, but I have quite a number of times, more than I care to admit, pushed myself to the point where I became like utterly exhausted. And that's not good. I am really strong. I am really fit. I am all of those things, but it will be so weird to see myself and not have all this sort of nonsense kind of happening, and to be able to think, oh, you did it, Rachel. You did it. You're not fat anymore. You don't have to push yourself to the point of exhaustion. You have nothing left to prove. You can exercise, you can do all of the things, but you don't always have to feel like you're not enough. And I don't know how long I'm sitting here trying not to cry. I don't know how long that's going to take me for it to really, really sink in to my brain. Maybe it'll be the rest of my life. Because, I think for anybody who's gained and lost weight, there's always a little bit of that sort of dysmorphia that is going on. But just, not having stuff that I can grab and move and pull and, you know, all of the things, and how refreshing it will be. Like when I go to sit down, usually one of the things that I do is I kind of like pick this up. Like, I mean, this is all junk that is going away. That I don't have to pick up my flesh and move it so that I don't kind of pinch myself when I'm sitting. If I roll in the middle of the night, I don't have to wake up and kind of like, you know, adjust all of the flesh. My God, it's going to be a game changer. And yes, the aesthetics is going to be great, but this is more just about personal comfort, and all of that, and being able to move and be able to do all of the things. Like right now, if I try to do things like burpees or jumping jacks, all of this tissue kind of like moves in all of the directions, and it's not comfortable, and it's embarrassing. And sometimes it even makes noise, kind of this flapping sound of like, you know, tissue kind of hitting like this, as you know, if I'm doing really kind of dynamic, powerful, explosive movements. I've done all the things. I've done the compression garments. You know, it still does it. And wow, how wonderful is it going to be that I'm not going to have that anymore? And yeah, it will also be nice to be able to wear more body conscious clothing and not be embarrassed, because I have worked really, really hard to get where I am. And I'm never going to be a tiny wafy little thing. I'm always going to be a big bitch. You know, like I'm always going to be a big bitch, and that's okay, right? I'm 5'6", and yeah, I've got the big chest, and I have kind of a bigger frame, and you know, I'm pretty, you know, you can see I'm pretty well muscled. I'm solid, but I'm gonna be solid and not be jiggly and squishy anymore. Anyhow, so yeah, even like with my neck, like this is also like just loose skin and loose tissue, and I don't know if this is going to firm itself up, and odds are it probably won't. But you know, like, I don't know, maybe in the future I'll get all of that tightened up too. But for right now, like, that doesn't affect my athletic performance, whereas this does. So I'm crazy excited. I'm thank you so much for love, support, all the things, right? And I will keep you posted on this tummy tuck journey. All right, thanks so much. Have a great day.